Today, joining me for conversation is the undisputed queen of web who has consistently given tremendous performances, and the recent one is Daily Crime Season 2, welcoming Shefali Shah. Welcome, Shefali ma'am, to SpotboyE.
Thank you so much, Pallavi.
As I said that you have been like very consistently, giving outstanding performances, and the recent one is still trying to. So I want to know, how are you wrapping your head around all the love and the appreciation that is pouring your way? How are you feeling?
Humble, overwhelmed, and just so happy, so happy. And I'm feeling relieved that whatever I went out to do, I managed to achieve and become these various characters, and they're so diverse from each other, and it just feels great.
So what is the most
wonderful that all the hard work is being paid off?
So what is the best compliment that you have got so far, from your friends or a family? What is the most, the sweetest compliment?
So I received one from my son, which I thought was phenomenal as a compliment. I couldn't put it up somewhere, but he refused. I think he forgot what he said to me. So after watching Telecrime 2, he said, "Mom, do you know that you become like Iron Man?" So I said, "You mean like Superwoman?" So he said, "No, Iron Man, because all Marvel characters have been reprised by various actors. Only Iron Man has been reprised by Robert Downey Jr. and no one can replace him." He said, "That's who you become as far as Patika is concerned."
That's a sweet compliment, But Shefali, I would like to understand from you that when you were shooting for the second season, were the things like same for you as you were as you filmed the other projects, or do you had any sort of pressure because you were filming the second season of the show, which has been a turning point, in your career? So was there a sense of responsibility or the pressure while you were doing the second season?
Well, there is always a sense of responsibility and a sense of pressure that I take on myself for every project I do. And Telecrime won the show, Vartika, they became unprecedented. I mean, where they reached was something I did not expect. So when we were to do DC2, my whole thought was, how do I fill those shoes again? How can I ever match up to what she became in one? I know the grain and the root of her. And then it is about diversifying and going more internal and being more layered. And also this route of, in DC1, she was a hero, in DC2, she's human. She makes mistakes. So it was all of it. But any project, I am scared. I am scared when I go in front of the camera.
Oh, okay. All right, so with every project, there are different challenges, there are different difficulties, right? So when you were shooting for the second season, this time around, what was the biggest challenge that came your way?
The biggest problem was COVID, which affected the entire globe, not just us. So there was a big break that came in, and then we had to go back to it. But when I mean, it affected everyone. So at least people around me were safe and healthy. So I should not be complaining.
Right, when I was reading the comments of the fans, they hailed your performance, and actually many even said that you have become the queen of the web. Do you believe that OTT platform has brought best out of you?
Well, it's given me opportunities that I don't know. For example, Jalsa or Darlings could have been a theatrical. So I have to give the credit to those directors to think of me as a lead parallel and say, I want to do this film with this actor. But the turning point in my life is Telecrime. And the fact that it was on Netflix, the fact that it reached so many countries, the fact that it's viewed and respected globally. I mean, I can't deny what it brings for me and what it does for me. As far as am I the queen of OTT? I don't think so. There is no king, there is no queen. On OTT, in fact, is anything, every character, no matter how big or small in terms of length, how lengthy or short their role is, they are a lead in that moment, in that show. That is the beauty of OTT. It gives you so much space to discover and evolve as a character. So, I think everybody in DC is a lead. I can't imagine the show without, minus anyone.
Right, So, Daily Crimes, how it has actually helped you to discover, yourself as an actor.
As an actor?
Yeah.
Oh my God, DC1 was the learning curve of my life. I mean, now when I look back, before DC, I keep thinking, what was I doing? How was I even functioning? And DC also, because it was an 8-hour script, it forced me to revisit it again and again and again and again. And now that's become my pattern of working. When you're doing a 2-hour film, it's easy to remember the script. So, you remember it. You don't keep rereading. When you start rereading it 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, each time you come up with something. You find something, there is a question, you want to find out more about it. And I think that is fantastic. And that you may not realize it, but so much comes out of reading that script again and again and again and again. And no matter how many conversations you have about it with your director, they're most welcome. They fall short for me. And finally, it shows. It's not just facts, it shows, which means that it's going in the right direction.
But can you take us back, to that time when, the work was not like that recognized, and how was it like, to feel like that time, when your work was not like recognized? If you can take us back to that struggling, phase, because have you ever felt like quitting, or there were like times, how do you manage to keep yourself motivated, during that time?
Well, so I had a very successful stint in television. And to think of it, yes, I did a small part in Ramila, but then I had Satya and then I had Monsoon. After that, I got married and I wanted to have babies. That's exactly what I did. I was very clear. I want to have babies. So much so that before the year, when I knew that when will I get married, etc., I started telling my directors and producers of television series that I was doing at that point in time that, listen, guys, I won't be available after this point of time because I want to just be at home and have babies. And then my kids consume all of my time because I wanted to be there. I wanted to be a part of everything. From cleaning their nappies to ironing their nappies to feeding them to cooking for them to everything I only wanted. Then I did Gandhi, my father, and got put into a certain bracket. Kept wondering why I get appreciation, but I don't get the kind of work I want to do. And then I reached a very comfortable place of understanding that the work I want to do will not come heavily. So, am I okay with waiting? And I thought, yes, I am okay with waiting. And because I'd rather do something that really turns me inside out than just go out there to work every day. And the kind of work I'm looking for may come once in a year, once in 2 years, but I'll wait. So once I reached that comfortable space of knowing, I wasn't, it just kept going. And yes, acting and doing this work, I love it. I just love it. But I have a full life. I love my home. I love running a house. I want to take care of everyone in my family. In between, I went and I did my art course, I went back to art school. Went back means I went to art school. So there was constantly something I was doing. There were days when you would feel, why not? But then, finally it's paid off.
Right, you have done so much of the work, and people, they just like love you. But I want to know that, like, what is a dream role for you? Do you have any dream role? Like any biopic or anyone that you would like to play? Someone's life.
I don't want to restrict my chances of doing all kind of work by labeling certain. I mean, I want to do a romantic film. I want to do an action film. I want to do a historical. I want to do a biopic. I want to do a period film. I want to do everything. I want to do an all-out comedy. I want to play a villain. I want to do everything. I'm a greedy actor.
Right, and I mean, over the last few years, you have been on a role. Every performance, the people you have loved. So at this point, when you are at the best phase of your career, do you feel contented with yourself as an actor now, or you feel
if I feel contented with myself, I think my growth will stop.
Okay.
I do not want to be. I'm satisfied. I'm not satiated. Okay. There is a difference. I have a big appetite as an actor, and there is a long way to go, and I'm just going.
Right, indeed. So before we wrap up, I have a very fun game, with you. All right. So, what is the one role that you are very proud of the one film that you're very proud of?
Very right, but
okay. And the one role that you regret doing, like film or any project?
That
you regret.
Sorry,
one film or project that you regret doing?
I must have done a project or two earlier in life, but I thought that, that Shefali at that age thought it was right. There's no point going back and regretting something that's already happened. It's happened 100 years ago. Forget about it. I don't waste too much energy on these things.
Okay, so Shefali prefers commercially successful film or critically acclaimed film?
Why can't I have both?
Okay.
I want both.
Okay, all right. So, one thing that nobody knows about Shefali.
Nobody knows about me.
Yeah. You can put in your personal front or
I don't know.
Your hobby, anything.
A lot of people.
Anything that your fans, they don't know about you.
I'm very goofy.
Okay.
I'm very goofy. People who know me really closely know that I have a very goofy side.
All right.
Yeah.
So lastly, what comes to your mind?
I have this impression of being very serious and all that, but that's not who I am.
Okay. So lastly, what comes to your mind when you hear the following, the names of the co-actors, Alia Bhatt?
Focused.
Okay. Vidya Balan.
Oh, generous actor and generous person.
Okay.
Very kind, very generous.
Okay. Amitabh Bachchan.
Legend. Icon. Oh my God.
Okay. Akshay Kumar.
Done a lot of films with my husband.
Okay. Ayushmann Khurrana.
Interesting choices.
Okay, all right. So before I wrap up, I would like to know how would you like to sum up your journey, from starting your career from the Gujarat cinema, from the Gujarat place to now ruling the web world. How would you like to describe this journey?
Better late than never.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that kind of explains my entire journey.
All right, and also you're doing a film with Ayushmann, like Dr. G, anything that you would like to share in that regard?
Well, it's a very small part, so don't expect anything out of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a very, very small part. I did it. It was a commitment I had given some time ago. It's a sweet, funny, sensitive film. I just thought it was an important story again, and I wanted to be a part of it, and I did it. That's it. But I'm playing a very, very small bit.
All right. Okay, thank you so much, Pallavi ma'am, for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.